All right, LJ. I know you've been working hard. So this is just some stuff that I saw, and we're just gonna kind of go over, you know, what I'm seeing. I'm not saying that all these adjustments have to be made right now. There's two glaring things that I see is your front foot, it's opening up. All right, so your blue line right here, you're not staying on that plane. All right, if you take a look at my feet, I'm on that plane. All right, here's the reason. When this foot flies open, it's going to allow your hips to open early. All right, you're going to have trouble if you maintain this approach right here, covering the outer half of the plate, and you're going to be off balance a little bit more. But also, look how much drive and load I have off of this back leg. All right, your back here, I'm not saying that your weight's not back. It's just this front foot being open right there. The hips are just prematurely opening. The hips and the shoulder, they gotta open up, at some point. It's just the simple nature of the swing. We got all of this force coming through. So if we didn't allow them to open up, obviously we would get injured. So I just put this together. And look at my head. All right. So this is when we actually release our hands. All right. The point of attack. This one is a little bit better swing. There's a couple where I saw this back leg. Remember we talked about staying tall? We're not really going to worry about that. Again, I'm just pointing out some of the things that I see. But the main thing is, so I've taken my stride. All right. Once this foot is planted, then my hands can go. All right. If you were to run this in real time, you're going to see that you're not fully planted on that front foot. Your hands are already attacking. So, in essence, you're trying to do two things at once and time a baseball coming at you. It's very difficult. And I'll give you a little bit of feedback on what I think that you can do. Dude, with your work that you're doing, this is not a big deal at all. This is very common in youth hitters. Like, I fixed this 1,000 times. Well, not 1,000 times, but a lot. It's not a big deal. It's just staying on the baseball. You can see right here, your hips have opened up. All right, my hips are so close a little bit. They're starting to open. It's because the power now is driving through. But if you can see also on all my swings, look at my head. My head is down on the baseball, right? We're looking at the baseball, but your head's not down. The front shoulder is open, all right? It connects to the head. So if your shoulder flies out, if your hips fly out, your shoulder's gonna fly out and your head follows. It's attached to your shoulders. So this will be when we're actually entering the zone. All right. Look at your swing plane. It's beautiful. All right. That's really, really good. It's level, and look how long it is through the zone. Even if a ball with velocity is thrown by you, you're going to have the ability to tip that ball off or foul it off now, since your bat is in the zone for a longer time. You can't see my bat because it swings so hard. But if you look from this position too, look at this front shoulder that you got. It's completely open to the pitcher. All right. Look at my front shoulder. My front shoulder is still in because my head is down on the baseball. Right. Now my hips are starting to open up. All right. Now you're starting to see that back leg drive. I'm getting down through the baseball. If you were to take a triangle off my back foot, go up here and down here and back across, did the same thing with yours, boom. The triangle, we'll see, is a lot smaller. So the wider that we are down here, staying balanced, I'm a little bit in back. All right. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not God. My swings are not all perfect, but I'm still pretty balanced. It's also not just this center point. So it's also the balance in and out, right? So with your hips being open like this, your hip opens and that immediately throws the weight to the back side of the foot. All right. That's not your instep. All right. I can see a gap right here. So the weight is on the back side of the foot. All right. That's going to take you off balance. All right. This is just fine with me. I am 100% okay with that angle right there. Don't let your foot get too far open, but you got to give the hips a little ability to clear out, all right? I'd say the main thing pretty much is just when you're doing your tee work, we're going to get the tee drop for you a little bit. I understand it's difficult up there. It's hard getting on top of the baseball, but regardless, the ball's not moving, all right? So your main focus right now is keeping your head down on the baseball, all right? After you make contact with that baseball, you're going to be looking down at the tee, all right? Don't let it fly off. Don't pull out, and don't be looking at it with just your right eye, all right? Both eyes down and through the baseball. Just take a look at this. See, I'm even a little bit closed. As my foot opens up a little bit and I rotate it, I kind of cheat, but as I rotate it, then I allow the hips to get through. And then we're going to have your contact point, which is the same, and then you finish, all right? The finish to me is one about that head location and about those hips. So as you can see right here, your weight's on the backside of your foot. It is simply just because your right foot or your left foot flew out a little bit and then it threw you off balance. You can see it right here. All that weight is on the backside. Another thing too. Where's my foot? Alright. If I'm pushing off like that, if I'm shooting a jump shot, alright, I'm exploding into even a layup, anything. I'm exploding, right? I'm on the tip of my toes, alright? I'm not saying it's got to be straight up vertical, but you should have a gap right here. And then again, not perfectly center, but I'm pretty centered on my feet, really. And that's because of my stride. Look how high I finish. All right. So my bat started where yours was. And then I finish high. All right. If you finish right here, you're really taking a lot of the power out, because if you swing around your shoulder, you're not going to have the full range of motion, as opposed to getting that bat up. Because truly, if you can see this point right here, my arms are straight. All right. I've extended. I've got through that baseball. You're bent right here. All right. Now we can get to the finish later. I just want to point out the things that I see and give them to you, because I think it's important, you know. But we're just going to do, like, dude, they're so easy, man. Like, the drills are easy. This will get there. I really think that if you can get to a point to where you're getting your toes on the ground and get your heel off the ground, I really, really think that that's going to help your balance a whole lot, because it's going to force that weight from the back foot to the front foot. All right. And I can't be like this and really have my weight on my back foot. So then I have these, which are, you know, just kind of like drawings.